Housewives of Salt Lake City, these are my initial thoughts. First of all, Angie looked absolutely stunning. Like that red dress with the corseting, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss, I would say best dressed of the night. Bronwyn, I was looking at her, I'm like, why does she look so different? Oh, it's because her hair is 2 feet longer than it usually is. So surprised by that, but loved it. I'm beyond obsessed with Heather and Angie. They are my favorites this season. Well, Angie's just hysterical. I mean, you give French fries and I give franchise. Like, you cannot beat her one-liners. Like, true, they are very mean sometimes. So I kind of look at them as like characters on TV, not like I could be their friend in real life. So I'll just put that disclaimer out. This might be controversial, but I am done with Meredith. I find her very insufferable. And I'm kind of done with her projecting and not owning things, and her head is constantly like this. Like, she needs a little bit of like neck support. Just gonna say it. And also, like, her and Lisa definitely do tag team. They kind of just gaslight everyone constantly. So I'm ready for them to be broken up a little bit. And in order for that to happen, Meredith needs to go. On that note, something is up with Lisa's businesses. The way that she got just instantly so defensive and angry when Heather started asking her questions about it. Just a simple question of like, what do you do? I agree, it was very Jen Shaw. Very Jen Shaw. She got very upset, just started yelling, didn't explain anything. It's like, girl, red flag. Red freaking flag. Mary, someone needs to do a dissertation on Mary, because the rebranding of Mary from like season 1 to season 6 now is insane. Like, how did she do that? She went from like this gross sort of, it's not, but incest, you know, because she's married to her grandpa, kind of like weird person, to now being like a cast favorite, sort of the one that has her head on tight, the one that's trying to like bring everyone together, who says really rational things. And I mean, how? Brittany, I don't know if she's like in on the joke, or her elevator just doesn't go all the way to the top and she just doesn't get it. But I will say this about Brittany. She does a really good job of sort of just taking on the bullying and the ganging up on and the mean comments. Like, she does a really good job of just being like, no, that's you projecting. I don't think I'd be able to take all of the comments from the other ladies that well. And she does a pretty good job. She's a little bit childish and in her own world, but that makes good TV, right? Let me know your thoughts.
Predicting the cast for the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, the road trip edition happening this year in honor of 20 years of Real Housewives. Let's flow about it. Andy announced on Radio Andy this morning on SiriusXM that he will be announcing this tonight on Watch What Happens Live. He said that there are going to be 7 to 8 people in the main cast, and they're going to travel to the different cities, and there will be over 60 housewives featured on this show. Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip has been around for 4 aired seasons, but there have been 5 filmed. And the premise is, of course, housewives from different cities going together on a trip and having like a quick week-long season. Bravo posted this graphic to their account confirming it will be 7 in the principal cast. So naturally, I decided I need to make my cast and see if I get it right. First and foremost, it was confirmed by TMZ yesterday that NeNe Leakes will in fact be returning to Bravo via this show, so she is confirmed in the cast. That goes ahead and represents Atlanta. The next person I think who will be joining is Teresa, of course representing New Jersey as the OG. I think from New York, there was a chance this could have been Dorinda. Obviously, Andy will not work with Bethany. And Luann is just like perfect for this kind of thing. So I believe Luann will be there representing New York. For the OC, I feel like it makes sense to have the OG of the OC, Vicky Gunvalson. She actually did mention that she was in talks for this contract before Andy surprised her with also getting her orange back for the 20th season of OC. For Beverly Hills, it makes complete sense for this to be Kyle, as she has been there for 15 seasons of Beverly Hills, and she is a definition of an OG. I would love for this to be Rinna or even LVP, but I feel like it's gotta be Kyle, and she would obviously be great. The last 2 spots are where it got tricky for me. There's only 2 spots left, but there are 3 major franchises in my mind that they could be choosing from. We have Real Housewives of Potomac, which is on season 11, which is the most seasons out of all of these 3. We have Real Housewives of Miami, which is on season 7, but it's been around the longest out of these 3 because they took a break. And then, of course, we have Salt Lake, which is only on season 6, but arguably has had the most impact in the last, 5 to 10 years of Housewives. For Potomac, I would have thought Karen Huger, but with everything going on, I don't know know if they could do this, especially since it's a road trip. So I think the best to represent Potomac here is Giselle, obviously an OG of the franchise who is still on it. As for Miami, there's a couple they could choose from, but no one's funnier than Alexia. She would be amazing. For Salt Lake is where it gets a little difficult. I think people, including myself, need like a little bit of a break from Heather at the moment, though she would have normally been a #1 choice for this kind of thing. I would love for it to be Lisa. Obviously, she has been there since the beginning, but my gut is telling me it may be Angie. She is the current center snowflake, and out of these two, I feel like she has the least amount of like haters out there. Don't worry, I am not a Lisa Barlow hater, but there are some out there. I feel like Miami always gets shafted, so in my opinion, they're not going to put a Miami girl in the principal cast, and they will pick Potomac, and Giselle will be representing. And for the final spot to represent Salt Lake, I feel like it could be Angie K. She recently did the wife swap show, and I feel like she's definitely willing and able to do these kind of things, and she would be very funny in this situation. Drop in the comments if you think mine is right or if you have a few changes to yours. I can't wait to see tonight.